All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the No Sports Talk Show right here live via StreamYard, via Facebook Live, via via YouTube Live, man. We appreciate everybody jumping in, giving us some time to talk some good, healthy sports talk as always, man. As y'all can see, man, I'm in the virtual booth with my main man, Miles T, and a special guest. Again, what's going on, y'all?
G-Son Uric, a.k.a. Miles T. Jr. Yeah. What's up, man? Tell the folks hi, man. He eating that bread. He want that bread. He eating that bread, man. He ain't paying no attention to the show right now.
I see.
But yeah, he just wanted to say, let's go Heat. That's all he wanted to say.
All right.
He got his red on and white, and I got the yellow, the one that's in the pants. So we got that Heat connection. Let's go.
All right. Hey, man. Look. Again, man, we appreciate y'all jumping in, and we know it's like 30, a little over 30 minutes until game time, man, for game 3 of the NBA Finals there. So we wanted to jump on, obviously kind of cover up to where we are right now, and then give our thoughts on tonight's game, and just a little bit more after that on the outline tonight. So let's just kick back into things. I think Miles dropped a little bit. I think we might have lost Miles, but give him a second to jump back in with us. But like I said, man, we all know the series is tied 1-1 between the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat. So we know the Denver Nuggets won the first game at home, and then the Heat bounced back and were able to steal game 2, and now we have a series. So looking at tonight's game 3 in Miami, the Nuggets actually opened as 3.5-point favorites over the Miami Heat, in which we know the series is shifted, and we know Miami has played pretty solidly at home throughout the playoffs, with the exception of the losses that they took against Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. But do you think this is fair, Miles, that the Miami Heat are going into this game as 3.5-point underdogs? Do you feel like that's unfair for them to be not so much the number, but the fact that they are underdog in this game? Do you think that that's fair or unfair?
I think it's fair statistically because of the Denver Nuggets being the number 1 overall seed, being the number 1 team in the West all year long, pretty much. And just so on paper, I see what the so-called experts why they would pick them. But I think it's unfair because what you done seen with your eyes throughout these playoffs, we got to think about how the Heat got here. They lost to the Atlanta Hawks in the first playing game. The Atlanta Hawks, they lost to them. And they was about 30 seconds from losing to y'all Chicago Bulls, and then they go on a 3-series run to get here. So I don't understand. Like I said, just statistically, and they're getting Tyler Hero back, I see. He's going to get some playing time tonight. Know how much time. That's probably their best shooter, and they've been doing all this without him. So definitely, technically, I see why it's fair for them to pick Denver like that, but I think it's unfair to the Heat to just keep doubting them and saying that they can't do it, especially them being at home tonight.
Yeah, Tyler Harrell's actually he's ruled out tonight as well.
Oh,
So
was it? Cause I see him shooting around and stuff. That's why I thought he was gonna maybe get some playing time or something.
yeah,
You never know about the Heat. They might put him in there for about 5-10 minutes. You never know.
Yeah, I think they're probably gonna save it. They'd be better off saving it for game 4 if
I
he
would.
goes back. I wouldn't bring him back like on the road. I mean, unless he's medically cleared, but he has to be somewhat cleared a little bit if he's out there shooting. But they probably just want to test it out for just.
What was it? Wasn't his wrist or his finger? Which one was it?
It was his wrist.
Wrist. Okay.
His hand. He broke it. He broke his hand.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So in round 1, but honestly, I mean, I don't think it's unfair for the Heat to be underdogs in the series, and I think that I almost would go out and say that they would prefer to be underdogs in this series, especially because of how Jimmy Butler, leads and how he really thrives off of being the underdog and being looked over. So I think that they are right where they are comfortable. But just to say, looking at the Denver Nuggets, like you already mentioned, the number 1 team in the West, they I know the Heat had an impressive run, but you also got to look at the way Denver Nuggets have been playing, and they also have Jokic, who's arguably the best player in the game right now. So, and people were back and forth about the MVP between him and Joel Embiid, which seeing what happened with Joel Embiid, everybody's like, look, see, Jokic should have got it, but you're talking about a guy who, he was just shy of getting his 10th triple-double, 9th triple-double. Wasn't for but the Heat did an exceptional job of holding him to he almost got his 10th because he got a triple-double in game 1. So that was his 9th. So he almost had 10 straight triple-doubles, not 10 straight, but his 10th triple-double. Too, but the Heat did an exceptional job of they only limited him to 4 assists. And I mean, some of that is they missed the shots. I don't know how much I say like it. How much credit I want to give the Heat for that, because it wasn't all, but they did make adjustments. But Denver should be favored in every game in this series to be realistic about it. Just because of the simple
fact. What I'm saying, but realistically, statistically, they should be.
And honestly, bro, 3 points, 3.5 points in basketball.
Oh, that ain't nothing.
That's a shot. That's one. That's a 3-pointer or just free throws. They at least is not, and you can't. I mean, I wouldn't see them getting real disrespectful with it, but they just looking at it like, hey, they have Jokic, and I feel like that in itself is what will have them favored in every game, which they should be. But I do, like I said, think that the Heat love to be underdogs in every game. Jimmy would love to be underdogs in the game. If he had his way, he probably would tell them to bump the.
He done told him. He done said to him and Vincent too. They said, we don't care what y'all think. We don't care.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, players don't care about that. They don't care.
Not really.
Regardless of whatever the spread is, whatever points you're favored by, you still got to go play. So
just like Alabama was favored Tennessee. It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? You came to Tennessee, and we threw the goalposts in the river, and it was a story of the year. You know what I mean?
I mean,
what I'm saying? It don't matter.
I mean, we should be favored every time we play Tennessee.
Exactly.
I mean,
I don't know about next year though. I don't know about next year.
We'll be favored. Trust me.
Okay.
Y'all are 1-11 against regardless of that, you have there's literally 10 years that you have to account for. Well, 11 years that you have to account for.
Okay.
At one time. So hey, I'll take it.
Like Deion say, we coming.
Y'all, yeah, all right.
We coming.
Come on down to Tuscaloosa so we can send y'all right back on the Knoxville.
Yeah.
Get y'all right back down there. But I know, obviously me and you both have the Heat in the series. I think that this game right here is the game that if you're Miami, you wanna win this one. which would be huge. If they were able to win this game, this puts all the pressure on Denver to have to win game 4. So you don't want to go back to Denver down 3-1.
Definitely not.
Because then it's going to get dangerous. So,
but the Heat did that before, and they let Boston come back though. So
So either this is more of a must win for Miami than it is for Denver. I would say that.
Yeah.
I mean, these next 2 games, I can even stretch that these next 2 games are more important to Miami than Denver. So, yeah, they.
So who's your X factor? Who's your X factor for Miami?
Caleb Martin, because Caleb Martin has not had that game just yet. Caleb Martin has had a quiet game 1 and a game 2. I want to say he only had like 3 points. 3 points the second game they played, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think Caleb Martin is overdue for one of those games. You know, like I said, he's been one of their best shooters that they've had in the playoffs. So, like I said, I know he kind of went quiet those first 2 games, but I think that the X factor for me, I'm going with Caleb Martin to hit some big shots.
I go with that. I can ride with you with that. But he's the X factor defensively. I think he's the X factor on the defensive side more than he is the offensive side. The guy on Miami that I think is the X factor on offense is Duncan. If he, because you know it's a home game, and if he gets hot, this could get ugly. And it depends on how he shoots. This could get ugly. I think it's Duncan offensively and Martin defensively.
Yeah, and honestly, the only reason why I wouldn't get ugly is just because of the way that Denver has some shooters too. So they still have Michael Porter Jr., KCP. You got Murray, Jokic.
I don't know about KCP. I don't know about him.
I mean, KCP will knock some down. Now, I'm not saying he'll give you 20, but he'll hit a couple of big ones. If you never know, but I don't know. I just think that for me, just because Caleb Martin has been quiet so far, I think he's overdue for one of those games tonight. So, yeah, we'll see. And then, with Denver, obviously, Michael Porter Jr. is a big X factor for them.
He's kind of like Caleb Martin in this series. Yeah. He ain't showed up. Yeah,
and it's both of them collectively. Those are my X factors for both teams, because especially how both of them play. I mean, they're both streaky shooters, and they can get hot. Both of them can. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how they come out tonight, and if they can take advantage of opportunities.
My X factor for Denver, you probably won't believe what it is Mike Malone, the head coach. His adjustments that he got to make. You got to remember, Denver was up by 15 in the first half, then was up by 8 in the third, and Miami came back both times. But he does not. They kind of play basketball like Brooklyn used to when Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant was together. They don't have no plan. They just go out there and let Jokic, they spread out and they just say, okay, Jokic, what you gonna do? You gonna shoot this out, or Jokic? They just cut to the basket. Jokic gonna get it. It's just no plan. They don't like Michael Porter's. All he do is sit out there and wait for shots. He don't let Michael Porter post up, down low. He's 6'10". You know what I mean? I don't think he uses all his talent right. Or they might look good for the first half, but when the Heat come back and take the lead or something, he don't make no adjustments that I see. I mean, I might be watching, so I think he's going to be key for their victory tonight.
Yeah, I mean, with that, I definitely think, just because of the way they play and because of the offense runs through Jokic, they do a lot of high ball screens with Murray. They get the ball in the paint, and They dumped the ball down.
Only to Jokic though. That's it.
Yeah, they dump it to him because typically what would happen is he draws so much attention, so it creates other opportunities for other people, and then he could catch it in the paint. He's as big as he is, he could pass. You have people cut to the basket, and because he draws that attention, he's able to, he can find open shooters. But the way Miami play, it's like, okay, we're gonna play. They're playing zone. It's not so much of now. We just need to crash everybody up on, and they will help, but they're really sound on defense, and they get back really well. So
that 3-2, they run a 3-2 zone.
Yeah, but see, in the West, like it worked a lot for them, so that's why they're probably not going away from it. And it's like, what else? It's almost like, what else could they do? Because their offense,
they're gonna stick with what got them there.
That it's like, what else? What other option would? I mean, I'm pretty sure there are other options, but I don't think that he's one of those type of guys I can see where it's like, well, we've gotten this far playing this way, and we're gonna down this hill if we have to. So that's the type of coach that Malone comes off to me. Eric Spoelstra, not so much. Eric Spoelstra, he makes adjustments.
Starting Kevin Love last game.
But again, he's been there before. This is his sixth NBA final. So, that experience means everything. And
Heat in 6.
Hey, I say Heat in 7, but it can be done in 6. It can. It's possible.
Yep.
It's possible. But let's keep it in the NBA, man, because we had some big news that happened earlier today, this afternoon, actually. Chris Paul was actually waived by the Phoenix Suns today, which is, a shock to a lot of people. Very surprising because, that's the last thing that you expect to see. But we all know, there's been some injury history with Chris Paul, and he's just had he's been on the unlucky side a lot in his career, especially when he's been in situations where he could have advanced to an NBA Finals. I mean, the most memorable one for me is when they were up 3-1 on Golden State when he was in Houston. He gets hurt, doesn't come back, and then they lose 3 straight. Now that was just crazy to me. But since then, the Suns and Chris Paul are in discussions and in talks about his future with the team. They did waive him. That doesn't mean that they can't bring him back, but they are entertaining, offers for DeAndre Ayton as well. So they might end up breaking this thing up and just starting over with Book and KD and just kind of going from there. I don't know how smart that is necessarily, just because Ayton
and you got rid of the coach. I mean,
and they don't have any shooting. I mean, they don't have any shooting.
No bench, not at all
on their bench. So they might. I guess they're going in full. I mean, not full rebuild because you got Book and KD, but they're going to center it around those two, obviously. So, just curious, what are your thoughts on that? And if does this open the door for Chris Paul to come to LA? Obviously, we know Kyrie was rumored to being one of those guys that the Lakers would go after, but he's since then said that no, like he wants to stay in Dallas and he's trying to recruit LeBron to come to Dallas. But with Chris Paul being released, this is open that door for him to, finally go play with LeBron, somebody who he's really close friends with outside of basketball. So
I think it does. I really does. It's open the door. And LeBron is that mastermind of making. He can talk to that Laker front office and make some things happen. And I wonder why if oh my God, the guard that played with, was it Jones? The president of the Phoenix Suns that played with James Jones, I think. He's the president. He played with LeBron when he was in Miami. I think last time I don't know if he still is. I should have looked that up, but he's LeBron decent friends too. Like, hey, he might have did a favor for LeBron. Like, look here, we're gonna waive him. Hey, he's basically a free agent at the end of the day, and he's still gonna get his money from the Suns. So, I mean,
he's only gonna get half of it because they waived him.
Well, yeah. So I mean, he already been. I made all that money with the Clippers and all that stuff anyway. So, Um, so if he's getting, I think his contract, what was it, like 60 something million? So he'll be happy with the 35, and he know he got 30. He know he's 39 years old. He know if he get 1 year, and I think LeBron really wants to help him get 1 year, at least one championship. And him, KD, and LeBron, even at 39, and LeBron's going to be 39 in the middle of the season by December. But you saw what LeBron did this year. I don't think they're going to just fall off like that. The biggest key on that is that Chris Paul stay healthy, and that's another reason why
they just gonna have two street clothes players on their team. You got Anthony Davis, street clothes, and even if they were to make a run, Chris Paul, he I don't know, man. It sounds good.
It does sound. It sounds great.
It sounds great, but it still wouldn't matter, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay, don't do that. Don't do that.
It would not matter.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I actually like that move because I would do it because you can probably get Chris Paul for maybe for 1 year, or you can probably get him for a little bit of nothing, maybe 9 to 10 million.
I mean, what I'm saying. Yeah, and the contract was 30 million, so
he's getting half of that. Okay, 30.
He's getting 15.
Well, I think his whole. I was thinking about his whole Phoenix career there.
Oh, like yeah, over 100. It's 30 million for 24 and 25.
Okay,
but it's non-guaranteed because he got waived, so now he only gets half of it.
Okay,
so they waived him before the 28th.
Got you.
So that's why it's like that, but. I mean, yeah, I definitely think. I mean, it opens the door. Obviously, I don't see where else Chris Paul would go. I really don't know who would just be like, "Oh, we need Chris Paul." Like nobody's knocking on the door like that. So,
and then you have D'Lo backing him up. You know what I mean? You know, it's a good backup
if they keep him.
Yeah, if they keep him. Yeah, he was a bust in the Western Conference Finals, definitely. Showed out against Golden State, but
he's inconsistent. The boy disappeared.
Yeah, he definitely disappeared. He did a cast for the Ghost, man.
Yeah. And then they're obviously they're trying to keep Austin Reeves too, so they
definitely gonna keep Austin Reeves.
We'll see. They said they intend to match the offer, but it ultimately comes down to what Austin Reeves gonna do. And it is somebody. Is somebody gonna try to
what offer did he have?
Who, Austin Reeves?
Yeah,
he didn't get an offer yet. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
The Lakers are going to match. They said that they intend to match whatever offer that is.
He's not a free agent. He can't do that. He's not a free agent.
No, he's
still on his rookie contract.
Well, no, they said that they were going to try to match any offer that would be released. I mean, that would be given to him. So that's the rumors out there. So
that's rumors. That's not facts because there's no way he's a free agent. So, well, not a free agent. He was an undrafted. Well, I guess he might not have a contract yet.
He's a restricted free agent.
Is he? I thought he wasn't even drafted. I thought he was playing like under almost like a rookie contract to where like he got to be there at least 3 or 4 years before he can even go somewhere.
No, he's a restricted free agent. That's why they said that they're trying to keep him. But
better. Yeah. It's fun if you come back and beat y'all. The way he was playing.
Yeah, it depends on where he would go, where he would end up. We'll see. He go somewhere like Boston or something.
or I like him in Sacramento. He'll blend in with Sacramento on them too. I like him with Sacramento. What I seen with them last year.
Yeah, Sacramento is good.
Good little spot for him.
Good, but yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that we'll more than likely see Chris Paul go to the Lakers. So
yeah.
And moving on, we just wanted to touch on college baseball and the women's softball. So the women's softball championship series, Florida State and Oklahoma. That's actually in a delay right now, game 1. So no points, nothing at this time. So in a weather delay. So nothing to update on that, but just keep your eyes open. Like I said, that softball series is happening. And then we have the men's
hold on a minute. Florida State had to beat Tennessee to get there. Just want to let y'all know that. Tennessee girls showed out this year, though. Just want to let you know.
Would you like a participation trophy
for
your lady? Yeah. Would you like
Yes. Oh, I want it. Well, we're the SEC season champions and tournament champions anyway. So we got our trophies in our ring.
I got some peanut butter. Y'all want? Is that okay?
Yeah. I want a cookie. Nice. I want a cookie.
Well, you getting peanut butter crackers because it don't matter, Miles. It's okay, bro. It's okay. I know. So close, but yet so far. I know. It's painful. But you guys are still in it. And my guys are still in it. So men's and then it's big too because Oklahoma's won like 52 straight games.
For the girls, yeah.
So that's wow.
And that's why I'm making it big, because I wanted to be that team that knocked them off. I wanted our girls to be that team that knocked them off. I wanted it.
But they didn't want it. That's the problem. You wanted it, but they didn't want it.
Yeah.
You did. So you gotta make a phone call, Miles.
I do.
Don't start playing with you. But yeah, man, we have the guys super regionals going on starting Friday through Sunday. And I want to say Monday if necessary. So it's going to go through the 9th through the 12th if necessary for those games if they have to go to game 3. But you got Duke is up against Virginia, TCU, Indiana State, South Carolina, Florida, Oral Roberts versus Oregon, Bama versus Wake Forest. You have Tennessee versus Southern Miss, Kentucky and LSU, and Texas and Stanford. So those
I think it sounds like just like football and everything else. More the SEC
right now. I mean, SEC is going crazy. So that's what jumped out at me. I mean, it's 6 teams out of the SEC in it.
Yeah.
That's strong. 6 out of 16 teams.
Yeah.
Hey. But that's definitely exciting, man. So we'll see how our guys do and y'all guys do, man.
Yes, sir.
Hoping for some cool, because that'd be dope if somehow some way we got an all SEC,
yeah,
that those Final Four, because they hate to see that stuff. They hate.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Start to dominate in all sports, really.
Exactly. Because we slowly taking over. We about the top 2 conferences in college basketball right now too. Top 3. I'm trying to tell you, we're gonna take over everything.
Most definitely. And last but not least, before we get out of here, just wanted to highlight the Braves for how they've been playing right now. I know they're losing right now to the Mets. Like 2-0 at this time, but they're first in the NL East with 36-24 on the record. But right behind them is Miami, and then behind them is New York. But the Braves right now doing good. Have won 3 in a row. So shout out to the home team and
shout out to the Braves. Oh.
Yeah, they're down 2-0 right now, but it's just the bottom of the 4th. So a lot of time left is baseball. That's one swing, and that's a difference right there. So, but yeah, shout out to the Braves, man. Hey, do you have anything to add to that, bro?
No, that's it, man.
Yeah, man.
Go balls, man. At the end of the day.
Hey, well, say your goodbyes before we get out of here, man. And then we'll enjoy this game.
Yes, sir. It's just now starting. Right on time. Like the Lord and our Savior Jesus Christ, man. Right on time, man. Just want to shout out to him, give him all his glory and this time. This opportunity for me and you to spend time together talking about sports, the things we love to talk about, man. Thank you once again, and go Heat. And at the end of the day, go Vols. Woo!
Hey man, well, like Miles said, look, we appreciate everybody jumping in, giving us a little bit of time. It's been fun chatting with y'all. Excited to watch Game 3. Like Miles said, go Heat. And we hope everybody has a blessed evening and a great rest of your week. And hey,
be safe out here.
Be safe. And hey, Mom, what's up? But
how you doing, Miss Johnson?
All right, y'all. Roll Tide. As always, we got to end the show off right.